Well, we've been working with Active Souls for a while now, and we're delighted that the event's going to be powered by Flutter and taking place in Mental Health Awareness Week. The theme this year is community, and we felt that this is a good sort of inclusive event, and to get the community together to have fun. What we often see at our listen is a lot of young people who need support with their mental health, and from being involved with Active Soul sessions with Mikey and his team, one of the things we found is it's fun. We have a laugh and a joke, and people can sort of take part to be competitive or just have some fun. Great for team building and stuff like that. We were also looking for an event that we could hold each year that can grow. There's lots of different events taking place on the island, and we felt this one would be a good space to fill. There have been some dodgeball events this year, which is great because this is going to be the year of dodgeball, I think. So we're all excited about that, and looking forward to it.
Mikey, tell us about Active Souls then, and the role that they're playing in all this.
So Active Souls has been around for a little while now, but our mission is very much around getting people involved in play. And we work across 3 pillars of getting people moving, making sure they have fun, making sure they're socializing, and trying to build communities along the way. So it kind of sits nicely with what our listen are trying to achieve as well. Our role on the day, our role in the involvement is bringing the sort of insider knowledge on dodgeball, on tournaments, on making sure that everybody leaves with a big fat smile on their faces at the end of the day. And it's been phenomenal working with Steve and Juan to get this off the ground. And I'm quite excited to work alongside another team as well, because what it's allowed us to do is go that step further to make sure that it's not just a dodgeball event, but it's an event that I think everybody that's involved will remember.
And a question that I'll open up to the group then. How does an event like this, do you think, tie into broader conversations about mental health and community well-being?
Yeah, I think an event like this brings awareness. I mean, the work we do at our listen, I feel very passionately, it has become a vital service in the community. And the funds that we raise from this event will go towards our educational offering to young people in school. So that's young people that don't necessarily struggle with their mental health at this stage, but it gives them tools and techniques to allow them to have these these skills to help deal with any challenges they may face. So what we try and do is, we often think of mental health as people struggling with mental health, but it's actually when things are good as well. We have to be aware that what is good for our mental health, what are the things we can do to make ourselves feel better, and that's what that sort of link in with Active Souls really allows us to do. Because like I said, when we've been involved with that, we end up laughing, joking, and having a great time. So it's that mix between, people are going to have a great time on the night, it's going to be fun, it's going to be hectic in a good way, but also as well that awareness that without these events we wouldn't be able to offer that educational offering that we're so keen and passionate on delivering.
And Juan, I'll hear from you now as well. What's your take on this, on the wider impact?
Well, from an our listen events perspective, we've got a very busy calendar, and this fits in really well. It's very accessible. You don't need to be big and buff. You don't need to be physically active day in, day out. You just want to dip your toe. It's a great throwback to school. It's dead nostalgic. So it sits well against our C-dips, our mindful morning events that we have, which again, they're very accessible. You got Tough Mucker, which could be one way or the other. So dodgeball fits in really well. It like Steve says, you get out, you do a bit of activity. This tickles all of your sensory glands. I don't know whether you can say that on the radio.
I like it. It's fine.
Yeah, get it on there. Everybody, like Mikey said, everyone's going to come. They're going to have fun. They're going to feel great, and it may encourage people to do a bit more exercise, because there's all sorts of ways that we can improve our mental health. Our listen, we're very much a proactive organisation, so as much as we're there to help kids that have issues going on at school, we want to help the community as well. And it's a great profile raiser for the charity too.
You say it's an event for everyone, and everyone can get involved. Nobody's going to be throwing wrenches at anybody or anything like that. And teams of you're looking for teams of 6 to 9 players to enter. What sort of response have you had from businesses and community groups so far?
Yeah, everyone's going to answer at once on that one. I think it's been a really good response so far. But there's still plenty of time to sneak in a couple of extra entries. We feel like the fact that it's going to roll over as an annual championship, it's not just going to be a one and done. There's plenty of opportunity to get your foot in the door now, experience it, and kind of secure your spot in the future by supporting early doors, I suppose.
That's great. I think that wraps my line of questions. I think just finally, sort of beyond fundraising, what kind of long-term impact are you hoping to see from hosting events like this?
Well, I think any events we run, we want them to grow, and we want them to grow from a community perspective, so more people can get involved. And we also want these things to grow because, you know, I do feel sometimes there's a perception that I Listen is a nice to have. And as I said before, I feel so passionately that we do a lot more than that. We're an evidence-based clinical service that's overseen by professionals, and the work we do is evidence-based. So, you know, when we interact with a young person, there is evidence to support that work having a positive impact on them. So growing the event from a size perspective, but also growing that awareness and trying to bring that income in to allow us to continue the work we do, because you know, it is a challenging market. You know, there are lots of events, a small community, lots of incredible charities on the Isle of Man. But, you know, hopefully by growing this event, we can increase that income generation for our Listen and continue supporting the young people that need the service.
Thank you for making it to the end of the Manx Radio Newscast. You are obviously someone with exquisite taste. May I politely suggest you might want to subscribe to this and a wide range of Manx Radio podcasts at your favourite podcast provider, so our best bits will magically appear on your smartphone. Thank you.